Hello everyone, Attack Power here with Game 1 between MEMES and Koenig in the Steel Division 2 Season 11 playoffs. Let's dive right in here to Haroshaje. And on the left in the red, we have Colonel Koenig playing a first DFL on balanced income. And on the right in the blue, we have MEMES playing Pansaridivisioona on Maverick income. So definitely a fascinating matchup here, one we definitely don't see all that often. But this is the playoffs, folks. Division 1 playoffs. This should be exciting. These are best of 3 matches. Winner take all. Move on to the next round here. So let's dive into the decks. First, DFL. Just talked about it in a recent video, the top 10 divisions. I think this division is absolutely phenomenal. Very, very strong. Although this is one of the strangest builds I've ever seen. It's basically... it's just, we'll go through it here. So recon tab, nothing super out of the whack here, although there's a lot of Stewarts, 9 of them to be exact. Then you have M8s in A, you have the little, sorry, it's far away, group RFMs, and then you have the Commando Afrique in B phase. The infantry tab is only 58 infantry. For a balanced deck, that's kind of nuts. That's super, super low for a balanced deck. I'm not sure what he's thinking, to be honest with you. And then basically all the infantry are in A phase, and then 1 card is in B, and then 2 C phase. This is just so weird. It feels like Koenig is not used to building a balanced deck, and he built like a Vanguard deck meant to go long or something. Like, I legit don't understand. This is so weird. Like, why not shift? I feel like he could definitely shift a card out of A phase into B phase. I feel like he doesn't need all of those units in A phase, but I guess what do I know, right? The tank tab is basically what you always get. That he's bringing the Shermans in B phase and the Chars in C. The Char M10s in C. The support tab, again, a little weird. He's got just the M1919, like machine gun, and he's got both cards of his howitzers in B phase, but single vetted, when he could just bring 1 card unvetted in A with 3 of them and have 7. It's so weird. The tank tab, the AT tab, he's got the Partisan 37 mil, the M10s, more M10s in B, and then just the 57 mil cannon. AA, not much choice here, just Bofors. Your RD tab here, he's got the mortars in B double vetted. Okay, and then the RD in C. It looks like he's only planning to call infantry in A phase and then call everything else in B phase. That's honestly what it looks like. And then he does have the off-map plane there. And finally, the air tab, Spitfires, Hellcat AT, and P-47 bombers there, along with the Seafire recon. On the other side, Pansaridivisioona, a division we've barely seen. And the funny thing is, it's hilarious. MEMES the Maverick deck, and he's got 99 infantry, while Koenig is the balance with 58. Something about this is just not adding up. But the recon tab here, pretty solid. T-26, BA-10s, and the Takampoya. It's a nice mix of stuff there, to be honest with you. The infantry tab, not as dangerous as it used to be. The Akari got left out of the shock trait bonus, so they really don't stand up the same way they did. They're still fine, like they're still good, but they're definitely not as impactful as they used to be. Like Akari were like pre-Men of Steel, were pretty dominant CQC wise. I'm not saying that the best units there was, but in terms of like divisions with Yaakari, they were pretty overwhelming. And now they're very underwhelming overall. They don't have, I mean, again, they still do good at CQC, but they definitely don't slap like they used to. The tank tab here in Pansari, 63 tanks. Wow, you don't see that here. We have 3 cards of T-26s. That's just disgusting, MEMES. We have A, B, and C phase spam T-20. Oh my god. Then you have the T-28s, the Sturmies. I love T-28s, actually. I think it's a really fun tank. Sturmies, which are Stig 3s, your Soka 85, T-345. I have more Sturmies. The support tab, phenomenally, of the ISUs and the BT-42s. Hard to ask for more. The AT tab, pretty solid. Pack 40s, Pack 38s, plenty of Panzer Shreks, and then the Lati, excuse me. Then the AA tab, really good. The ITPSV, which is basically a Nimrod. RD tab, 150 mil RD, hard to beat that. And then Blenheims and JU-87s with the Gladiator Recon in the plane tab. So off we go, folks. And if you guys enjoy this, please make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button for more Steel Division 2 content, and consider checking out that Patreon down below to support the channel. And thank you to all my current and past Patreon members. It really means a lot and it helps me out a bunch. Off we go. So some deep partisans going here. Yep. Oh my. Oh, okay. We're going for it. But the Takampoya is coming this way. So this like super deep push here with these tractions might get stopped. Rumor has it the tractions might get nerfed down to a slower speed. No facts of this. Ooh, down goes a Lati already. Immediate unloading here now. Kivati. Partisans are getting a kill still. Ugh, a bunch of Partisans kills here. And those are so huge because they're literally 10 points. They kill anything they're trading up. M8's in to be super annoying. Kivati have no chance here. Pansari, I understand the duality of this division. So he picked it because you can T26 spam, and that's actually very good in this town. The infantry, though, really suck in the town. Like, they're bad. Oh, the leader's gonna get killed. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Oh, and another Yakati. Oh my gosh, these Partisans getting so much value. He paid, what, 60 points for all 6 of those, and easily killed almost 100 points a unit now. Wow, that is so unfortunate. That's pretty cheesy. I mean, I'm not going to lie, though. Many of you probably don't remember, or maybe some of you do, the days of the PTRS spam at the beginning of the game where every Soviet division just spammed out 6 PTRSs all over the map, and they would one-shot transports and wipe out infantry squads, and it was just the most miserable experience. That's what Partisans are like. It's very similar. I mean, the PTRSs were worse because they had longer range, but they didn't come in traction, so... yeah. So Partisans are all over the place. These Yakati can easily clear them out. T28 is a great unit for this situation. It's got triple DT machine guns. And nothing special in the HE department of damage, but just a nice 35 points. Solid armor for that. Just does a lot. Gladiators in. T28 takes out the M8s, and that's exactly what these want to do. Take out this light armor like the Stuarts here, and the M8 we just saw go down, the half tracks. These are a great response to all these units. Partisans on the run. Yakati getting caught out by the Legionnaires. Gladiator is in the sky getting information. Partisans... okay, I assumed they were sneaking around, but they kind of stopped. Down here, Yakati doing the fight here. Lahitarunta as well. T28's overperforming right now. Sturmey's in too, but there's no... I mean, there are no Shermans or M10s in A. Oh, there is in the AT tab. I apologize. There is one. Half track goes down. Legionnaires losing out to the overwhelming support here. T26 is looping around with the BA-10. Very interesting push here. Mimile taking advantage of this rarely used push up north. This is a very interesting matchup. Pansari, a division we do not see very often. Ooh, catching out that recon infantry. That's actually really helpful. Anytime you can take these out is pretty huge. Denying your opponent information is massive, especially at this level of play. My God, they just can't kill it. There it goes. BT-42 in now as well. Back to 12-12. Koenig did have a little advantage there for a while, despite being the balanced income. Although, truthfully, in A phase, Balance and Maverick are barely different, right? I mean, the point is so little. Transmission damage on the half-track Laidonunta trying to get on it. They're going to run into the M19 instead. They should have an opportunity to kill these Legionnaire Sapodi. Oh, nope, they unload just in time. They go down to the grenade. Can they stop the Pioneers out in the open? That's what they need to do. Unfortunately, the Pioneers have some rifles, which means they're going to stop and shoot way out here in the open. Definitely not what you want in this situation. Blend them in. This zippy little bomber out of the finish. Really solid, nice. Not a great bomb loadout, but for only 85 points, it's phenomenal. Medium resilience, 390 kilometers an hour. Takes out an M3 gun. Those are so good, especially against Pansari, because it kills all these T26s easily. So, of course, Mimile's infantry have legitimately no chance at all at long range. They do okay at CQC against first DFL, but at long range, they're kind of a joke. So, it's really up to these tanks to do the majority of the work here. Ofer's coming in to stop this Gladiator from its constant information gaining. Partisan now moving, looking for some buildings. Yep, he's going to get in pretty easily. Definitely will get a kill there at some point, I'm sure. This Partisan probably going to pick up something somewhere at some point. This one as well might be able to slip in, so definitely some danger here. Pioneers go down. That's a pretty big kill. There's only 4 of those in the deck? Yeah, there's only 4 there for Koenig, and those are probably his best CQC units. Yeah, not probably. Definitely his best CQC. I mean, Chalks are pretty good too, but those Legionnaires have the double flamer. T26 takes out the Fargo? I don't even know what that is. Like, I've never even seen that unit. It's obviously a transport that brings in some sort of recon unit, but I don't remember ever seeing it before. So the T-28s are dead. I have no idea what killed them. Sorry, I missed that. Probably the Stuart, I'd have to imagine. Or that little M3 gun could have done it too. Ooh, Gladiator goes down. Not a huge loss, but it's still 40 points. Koenig on a 13-11 right now with the flag in the center. Capture Cavati finally getting in a position to stop that. Yakati, this is their only place they can beat the Legionnaires, and they are doing it. I mean, there was a cover differential there for sure. I mean, again, it's not to underestimate. Yakati is still very strong with their Swomies and stuff. That is not gone. It's just they don't hit as hard as they used to. Excuse me, they hit the same, but most units they're fighting have shock, so they're like, you know, that there's a resistance to damage there. Partisans moving into the town. I mean, unless something gets pushed here, it's not likely to have a ton of reinforcements coming down that road. We do see a 150 and immediately here. Mimile going for the Beauforts. Beauforts is moving big time, though, so that's going to basically dodge all of that. Bimps should be able to beat the Cavati at range. They only have one machine gun on the Cavati. Sturmy trying to support. T-26 is moving in. Yeah, I honestly, and I don't even want to say this, but I think what Mimile needs to do here is spam T-26s harder. I think he needs them everywhere. Now, what's this group? Okay, what is this Fargo? This M6 Fargo. Oh, that's what killed stuff. I've never seen this unit. I've never seen anyone use this unit. And that's a neat little unit. Like, that's, like, really solid, honestly. For 20 points, I mean, that's great. I have to take note that unit's in this deck. Never noticed it before. And I legit have never seen anyone use it. Already coming down might actually hit the M10 a little bit. That would be kind of funny if it actually killed that. Nope. So infantry losing out, but here comes the T-26s. Saving the day. Of course, these Legionnaires so much better than Yakati. But the T-26 is trying to swing it back, but now they got caught out. They're going to get absolutely smacked. Still 12-12. Koenig with a small lead right now. Going to be in B phase soon, though, and of course, Mimile then has a pretty significant advantage. We see a T-3045, another T-28, T-26 coming in. All the Ts. T. Beaufort's revealing itself. Let's see if that 150 will be going after it. It will. It will be partaking in this Beaufort. Sturmy, not the best support gun here. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't take like a Panzer IV. It's better at supporting infantry here in this town area. Of course, the Sturmy better at killing tanks, but there's not that many tanks in first DFL, so a little strange. M3 gun trying to pick off those T-26s. It is getting some hits. It's definitely doing the work. Back to a 13-11 though for Colonel Koenig. M10 doing some HE. See another push here with the armor going around the corner here. ET-42. Oh no, that's sorry, that was the arty firing. Cavati, not nearly as dangerous as CQC, although they still have Swomies. I mean, they still put out the damage. Like, you can see this Legion leader here going down hard. So it's not like he doesn't do damage. It's just not anywhere near the Yakati levels of damage. Because they don't have those semi-automatic rifles on top of it and the Molotov. Ooh, BA-10 goes down to the M10 here. Gladiators keep flying into the singular Beauforts here. Blenheim redirecting to try to hit that M3. Now it's going after the 40 mil. Not going to make it. And the Spitfire's going to get on the back of that and take that down. Down it goes. Oof, that's a loss there. Blenheims can get so much value if you can keep them alive. You do get 4 on a Cardinate, which is pretty generous. Colonel Koenig still at a 13-11 here. We're now into B phase. I heard something just blow up. T-26 goes down. Partisans collecting another kill. Their value continues. Sturmy getting an ammo explosion here on the M10. Ouch. Ouchie for Colonel Koenig. That one definitely hurt. So we see tons of Nostovaki coming in. Basically like a weaker version of the Yakati with a Molotov and Disheartened. More AA coming in. There's already a 40 mil here. I'm kind of surprised he's not spreading that AA out a little bit. Yakari coming in, unloading, going to look for these partisans. Good play there. Mimile noticing that. T-26 in danger, but it's getting on the road. Oh, it's going to apply pressure to this flag. Good little play there from Mimile. Heads up play to pick up that flag. BA-10 gets a penetration from that M3 gun. That's going to absolutely wipe that out. Yeah, these M3 guns are phenomenal. Such a great weapon. 15 rounds a minute, 70 millimeters of penetration. Really good. BT-42 around the corner again. Here's a Hellcat, though. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. He does not want to be losing his BT or his T-3045. Gladiator survives the run, but the second Spitfire going to take it down. Hellcat getting its rockets off. Soka going to go down. Oof. That hurts. And now the M10 can just poke around here. There's neither of these units can kill this M10 now. Oh no, this is a disaster developing here for Mimile. What a clutch play. This Air Force really coming in clutch for Colonel Koenig. And that's one of the strengths of DFL is that great Air Force. American planes, really strong. M10, okay, it's in like a yard. That's why they can't see. But Mimile putting together some sort of push here with some Nostovaki and T-28s here. I shouldn't say Nostovaki are significantly worse than Yakari. They don't have any Swomies. They're just rifles and a light machine gun. Not a bad light machine gun, but just a light machine gun. Finally, the BIMP's getting pushed off here to capture this flag back. Still 12-12 only, though. Mimile has not been able to gain a decisive advantage. BT-42 did go down. T-26 left to shoot at this Chalks here. I mean, all the double vetting that Koenig brought in means his leaders are giving lots of triple vet. Mimile finally getting a 13-11, but it's with this T-26 out in the open. He really should, like, smush it up against this building or something. Like, he could put it, like, way deep in here and kind of almost be invisible. Here comes the off-map. Interesting. Partisans finally go down here. I don't see any push coming, so I'm not sure what this down here is going to do. Is it literally just for recon? No, he's actually making a drop. Koenig, I've started to notice that Koenig is really weird with his off-maps. It feels like he doesn't do them with any intention. Okay, all right. We got something coming here now. But I'm still not convinced. Still not convinced. I feel like there's so much sweet choice in the middle here. Takampoya and Machine Gun out in the open. M ain't going to spot those easily, and there's nothing they can do about it. Line of armor coming in. Does he have AA? I mean, he does, but it's too far back to cover the armor going up north here. Does he at least maybe have, like, one of the IT PSVs? Essentially a Nimrods? I mean, these are all T-26s, I guess. The T-3045 peeled off. This off-map's pretty weak, too, and it's actually missing all these infantry. Wah, wah. T-26 did go down, losing his flag back to 12-12. 14 minutes deep into B phase now. M3 looking for that T-28, but that's just going to fly on by here. Another BT-42 in. Already still going after the 40 mil, but now it's going after the mortar. That's definitely a good choice. You need those dead. You want those dead ASAP. You do not want those sticking around. BIMP getting spotted. Pretty key to kill these off. They have bazookas. And that bazooka is pretty key here in this matchup. I'm surprised Koenig's not jumping forward. He could definitely get a bazooka shot off on this T-28 right here. But he didn't react. He must be watching something else. Maybe south? No. So he brought these units in and then, like, did this off-map and didn't do anything to follow it up. And that's... I feel like he's always doing that with his off-map. Just, like, weird, meaningless strikes of it. Takampoyo goes down. That's a pretty big loss because that means no more recon for all of these tanks that just came in. And if this BA-10 dies, then there really is nothing to spot except for this machine gun, which is not a great spotter. 150 already killed off the mortar, so nice kill there. Going for the other AA, which is being moved. T-26Cs coming in. Those are the recon ones. He does have 6 of those. My God, there's so many T-26s. I mean, this is a T-26 dump deck. There's no doubt about that. That is one of the main strats of Pansaridivisioona. It's an Axis division with more Soviet tanks than the Soviets have. And truthfully told, T-26s are disgustingly cost efficient. I mean, they can kill tanks that are much bigger than them for 15 freaking points. I mean, that's really hard to beat. I mean, an armored machine gun that can't be killed by, you know, small arms, that's nuts. Like, that's absolutely nuts. Light tanks are one of the most oddly costed things in this game, I feel like. They just don't, like, match up. Their effectiveness is far higher than their costs would imply that they should be. Like, 15 points is cheap, like, as cheap as an Ersatztruppen, and an Ersatztruppen is definitely not as effective as a T-26. Wow, these fighters have been really key, taking out these Blenheims at key times here. And there it is. T-3045 survives this time. Yeah, that A needs to move way up if he wants that to be any use. Like, up to at least, like, here, maybe. It's very dangerous, but he could. ITPSV now in. T-26 goes down. M10 taking out one. If Mimile keeps making these pushes with these T-26s up north in this big open area, and that's not really where they should be. I would think he'd want them, yeah, like this. Like, in here, piles of them, just hordes, forcing Koenig to get up really close and personal and fight the T-26s where they're actually kind of good at close range. But instead, he's throwing them up in this open area, and they're just getting picked off one at a time by this M10 because Koenig just keeps killing the one long-range unit that he's bringing in. Be that the T-3045 or the Sturm or whatever. Now, we do see a 1410 now. Mimile finally starting to get some points, some tickets on the map here. 105 just floating around doing recon. Here's a massive push of infantry and T-26s. I mean, this is what Pansari does. It's a bit of a spam division between T-26s and their cheap infantry. Although they don't, I mean, usually they don't have the numbers, but Mimile brought in, like, the Nostovaki and the Yakari card late, giving him a lot of infantry, comparatively speaking. Oh, 57 mil cannon getting an eyeball on that T-28. That's going to go down. Lost there for Mimile. Ouch. These are doing a lot of work to hold the line down with all their machine guns and stuff. They pin infantry pretty fast. Gladiator's probably going to go down here to the fighters. Or now the AA instead. Already missing the Bofors. I think that's the last Gladiator. Mimile targeting AA, but Koenig's been doing a great job of moving it. Although this time he might actually move it into the already. That would be really awkward. .105 goes down. Do see Ahsoka now and a Sturmy, so we do see two actual, like, mid-range tanks. Nostovaki in, Yakari pushing. He's going for this flag. He's looking for his 15-9. M3 gun found the T-26, I think, but is this 1250 meter range? It is 1250, but is having some hill pression issues. That's unfortunate. Chalks get their molly off. It's not really a molly, but you know what I mean. This one's out of range, but the Yakari doing their work and taking those chalks down pretty well. This at 150 meter range, Suomi doing a lot of work here because the Stens aren't firing at all, just the carbines and the light machine gun. It's doing a lot of damage. All right, nice push here from Mimile. Making some progress. M3 gun, though, taking out the T-26. Another push now up north. The T-26 spam is so real. Oh my god, I'd be so annoyed by now. I mean, First DFL does have some tools for this. I mean, the M3 gun, like I said, very strong for this. Blenheim's coming in. Mimile has to be a little more careful. We've seen him recently. His airplay has just really not been on point. He loses a lot of planes. He does a lot of really deep strikes on targets that probably aren't worth the deep strikes. He's going to lose this Blenheim again. Does take out that M3 gun, but what is that, a 30-point unit at most? Is it even less? I don't even know. Yeah, it is 30 points. Blenheim down for an 85-point unit. Oh, and the Nostovaki go down too. Oh, no. For those who've asked in the comments, yes, planes crashing absolutely do damage to either side. T-26 blob coming. We're now into sea phase. But the thing with Pansari is such a good Maverick division because even once you hit C, your stuff is cheap. So you can keep calling in. You can still call in what 5? Yeah, you can still call in 5 T26s at a time. Like big whoop, I only have 80 points. I can still call in 5, or you can call in 4 Yakari. Like who cares? Like big whoop, I'm making 80 points. I can still spam all my little crap everywhere. T26s took out that Stewart really nicely. Here comes the CQC finally getting in. Laitarunta slightly out of position here to catch any of these out. Their Lati could do a lot of damage to these approaching units. Yakari shifting forward, so Emil clearly saw this, but he just didn't react enough. Yakari get their, whatchamacallit off, Panzerfaust, and catch the Saprides out in the open. Oh, that's devastating. That is absolutely devastating. Takes out the other half-track. Yakari get pinned down and surrender, but that was a lot of damage there he just prevented. Nostovaki, T26 takes out the half-track there. T26 here having hill pression issues. Yes, and down it goes. Kivati, not the CQC unit you want here. How does he still have Saprides left, honestly? He only had 4. It's like his C phase. He really kept those in the bag. So one of the Bofors did go down to the Artie. It looks like it did walk through the Artie attacking. Awkward. But now a huge hole being created here by Colonel Koenig. Lati is waiting here for any sort of push across. But reinforcements are definitely needed down south. Oh my goodness gracious. Holy crap, Oli. What is going on? I mean, this BIMP can stop some of them, but I don't think it can stop them all. We see some recon pushing forward back to 12-12. Mimile with only a small lead here. Here comes the low. See, 4 Yakari. Single tick of income. Still getting 4 of them. Off map looking to roll back these infantry some more. The Yakari will end up walking into the circle, essentially. It's, again, not a super strong off map, though. It's not anything super concerning. More about getting pinned down. I think Emile's a little light on leaders. He's got no RD leader. He literally has 1 card of infantry leaders and no tank leaders at all. So, not a big fan of that. Especially because he's bringing all his infantry in, like, unvetted. So, like, even getting a single vet on them would be really helpful. A surprising deck-building choice here from Emile. Sherman hiding perfectly behind this building, making it hard to get at it. And that thing can easily kill any of the, like, T-26s or anything. Looks like a recon trying to zip by here. Oh, just kidding. Not trying to zip anymore. Trying to be a little bit more tactical about it. It's feeling clever. Oh my god. What is going on? Literally just like, what do you do against this? like what? Just like, you either have one big tank that just can't be killed and it slowly like chews this up, or you just get overrun by this. Like, what can you possibly do? Bimp already got pushed out now. Didn't even get a chance to kill any of these. What's going on? Oh my god. This is so stupid. Nerf the T-26. I just don't think any tank should only be 15 points. I really don't. That includes the Brony Rana ones, whatever those are. I forget what the letter and number symbol is. I just don't think tanks should be 15 points. I think it's a little much. I've always kind of felt that way, though. Like, they're just a little much. Like, this is a little much. Oh my god, and look how they're still having killed. They're barely killing these Legionnaires. There's literally like 10 of them. This is such a meme. The Hellcat tries to get through, but it did get some penetration. Oh no! Oh, the Soka down. Hellcat's doing what they do and actually absolutely smacking some armor. T-26 went down to something. Maybe the Sherman popped back out. Oh my god, it's so ridiculous. Takampoya on the run. Another flag about to be lost, though. T-26, of course, coming in to hold the line. Can Mimile make his breakthrough up north? It looks like he might. But here it comes, the Sherman. This Sherman might just be a brick wall. At 100 millimeters of armor, these T-26s can't effectively kill it. They might get some side shots, but if it takes too long... I think there was a Stug mixed in here somewhere. No, it looks like it died. So it's literally just a massive horde of T-26s. Down one goes. Sherman's going to start cleaning them up. There it is. Whoop. There it is. Whoop. There. The 50 cal is pinning it. I can't. This is too funny. Oh, it got a penetration. It got a pen. Oh no, the Sherman is weakened. Oh no, there's another one. Oh no, the T-26 horde is dying. It's dying one T-26 at a time. It can't hold off the power. Oh no. And now Colonel Koenig, sensing the blood in the water, now makes another push down south. That Maverick income is starting to catch up here with Mimile. At this point, balance does have more points. T-26 making a run at the char, but now there's a Commandos Afrique here, and the T-26 are all dead. Oh no! The T-26 horde has fallen. No, he can't even get his final kill. The ITPSV getting hit by the mortars. Oh no, everything going wrong here for Mimile. I mean, truthfully, first DFL is definitely a stronger division than Pansari. There's a reason Pansari is like a solid B tier division these days. It just doesn't. I mean, it's a hilarious like mix of units, but it's definitely not super highly competitive strong. You know, it has good AA, but it's lacking. It's got good RD, but it's nothing special. The Air Force is good. You can definitely air spam pretty hard. The Finnish infantry, though, don't hit that hard these days and definitely have a problem with fighting out of any range over 150 meters. And your T-26 spam is T-26s. Like, it can absolutely get wrecked if you don't support it properly. For example, Mimile just, like, meme throwing 15 of them at a single point. Yes, that works for a minute until they run into any tank that has more than 75 millimeters of armor, which is not uncommon to have that much armor. Koenig now on a 1311. It is possible that Koenig could just run out of infantry, though, because he has, like, barely any for a balancing a deck. But Mimile's been spamming pretty hard. He has the town pretty well in hand. It might not be as strong as it first looks. Bovers fires 1,000 meters on the ground? Really? I thought they were 750 like everything else. Interesting. Interesting. But now Koenig making this really nice push down south. A big salient opened up. Yakari moving in to end that, though. ITPSV trying to hold off those sea fires and stuff. Mortar's going to go for it again. I think it's already pretty damaged. It needs to move immediately or it's going to die to those mortars. Commandos Afrique getting caught out there. Ouch, 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 ouch. It is moving. He does spot the mortars in time. Looks like he will dodge it completely. Nice heads up play there for Mimile. Blenheim is in. Probably going to get shot down again by the Spitfire. Notice here, he has not called it in yet. And the second the Blenheim starts to turn, I'm sure the Spitfire will appear here. If Koenig's on top of it. No, interesting. Bomber takes out the mortar. That's again, a really deep strike. Nope, looks like no fighters coming. Ju-87 coming in to kill off that almighty Sherman here that has destroyed the T-26 god-like monster spam. 12-12, but I'm not... Mimile holding on for another 20 minutes does not feel very likely. The Lati got pushed out of position. It needs to move back forward if it wants to stop these infantry from pushing in. Sturmy spotting something. Oh, the M5? Oh no, the M10 got a gun jam. Oof. T-26 is pushing in. ITPFV back up on the hill. Ju-87 did get the kill because the Sherman was damaged from earlier. And the infantry actually unloading early. Koenig too afraid to make the push. He's seen that Lati. He knows it's hiding around there. So he does prevent that. Even if it was in position, he would have dodged that. Hellcat stopped. Can the second one be stopped? No, it cannot. Sturmy going down. P-47 just misses his bombing strike. 40 mils getting manually targeted on the P-47 bomber. Yeah, you definitely want that dead. This has a pretty nasty bomb loadout. And it does go down. ITPSV doing what it does. Freaking Nimrods. Monster units there. Killing off infantry, doing everything. Doing it all. Pack 38. Ooh, Spitfire goes down now. Whoa, some big air kills here from Emil. Pack 38 getting some penetrations on the M10. Should be able to take it out. Ooh, bounces. I don't think it's going to get it. It's going to get one more shot. Ha-da! Nope. Wow, M10 survives by a threat. Ooh, Beauforts gets killed by the 155 that is now in. See some ammo coming in for the 150. It's back up and live. Insta-kill on that 40 mil. That hurt. Ouchies. Yakati coming in, but there's a Stuart here now. Danger for the reinforced. T-26 coming to counter that. Lotte getting caught out. That's not going to make it. Still 12-12, but of course, Koenig on the balanced income. Although I don't know if he has the balanced resources to go that long. I guess it's deep enough. I have to assume his deck is deep enough to get through it. I mean, the French infantry are expensive. That is the thing. That's the one thing I can understand why he didn't bring a ton in, and still is doing balance. They are expensive. They ain't cheap. They're not the most expensive, mind you. Bolshemakers still hold that title. T-26 gets the pen on the Stuart. Stuart bounces on the T-26. How do you bounce on this thing? It's got freaking 20 millimeters of armor. How do you bounce on that? Are you for serious right now? Wait, where? Oh, is there another Stuart around? I want to see this. I thought they have like 75 millimeters of penetration. Really? Even at max range, like whatever, it should still pen. Oh, that's unfortunate. Wah, wah. Meal's slowly bleeding out here now. Koenig on a 13-11. Already counter battering. Oh, excuse me. I'm tired all the time these days. Moving houses is exhausting. And continuing to do this every night. Ooh. It does not make for early bedtime. Line starting to stabilize here. I mean, Koenig doesn't really need to push. He's got the 13-11. I mean, he's now captured this flag in the town. He's slowly worked his way back into the town. This red side is definitely the easier side to recover the town. Like, if things go wrong, you can 100% still, like, drive reinforcements in, work your way back to this flag. Then, you know, like, you can see this road is pretty safe. Like, you can get in pretty far. The other side, though, like, if you lose the blue side, like, these buildings right here cut off your reinforcements completely. If you push it on this side, I mean, you can just be screwed from so many angles if you get pushed out of the town on this side. This side has the advantage of being able to capture these flags here. There's not as much opportunity, but then red has the opportunity to capture this flag really easily. These are pretty deep. I mean, he's getting there. Koenig is clearly getting there right now, but they are deep flags. There's no denying that. Legionnaire beat out that Yakati there. T-26 is holding down the fort. ITPSV now down south. Did the one up north die? Nope, it's still alive. Blenheim survives. It's meeting with the Seafire and gets away from the AA there. Not sure what it was hitting. It's probably going for like that mortar, because Mimile just don't care. He'll send a plane like 10,000 meters behind the enemy line and just be like, screw it, you're going down, buddy. I'm gonna bomb when I want to bomb. Can't stop me. Ju-87 coming in for that Sherman. It's kind of funny, the few actual tanks that Koenig has, he has to bring in the Ju-87 for them. It feels like overkill. But there's no AA close to it. It looks like that Sherman's going to go down. Unless it's... Oh, ooh, gets the Beauforts first, though. Ouch. But the 50 cal is probably going to save the day here. They do. They do. 50 cal is now very strong at AA. Very strong, it might be an exaggeration. For what? They cost 10 points. For 10 points, they're very strong at AA. As actual AA pieces, no, they are not. But when you put three of them together, I mean, that just saved that Sherman. That's pretty huge for putting no investment into it at all. Right? Like, those are just 50 cals he happened to have on vehicles. It's not like he called them in for AA. Gets the job done, that's for sure. Kavadi going down here. Pack 38 getting hit by the mortar. Oof, ouch, 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 ouchie, ouchie. And the flags finally flip here. The flippening. Let's call it the flippening. Already going for a half track? Okay, now that's a little weird. Why isn't he targeting, like, this 81 mortar or something? He killed him earlier. Uh-oh, here comes the Air Force again. Koenig's overwhelming points just gives him so much opportunity. He's trying to clear out all the units here. Kavari leader almost survived, but the second P-47 saying, nope, you did. And Mimile surrenders as the flippening occurs, and he just can't keep up anymore. 36 minutes and 38 seconds here. Colonel Koenig taking game one, 3,595 to 2,395. You could definitely feel that in-game. Rough one there from Mimile. Pansari not working out for him. It's a fun division, but oh my goodness, this is part of the problem. I don't think he uses T-26s in the center very well. Like they were all out in the open, and that they just suck there. Like I'm just not sure why he didn't more aggressively use them in the center at earlier points. Partisans did a ton of damage. Every medium tank could basically block the entire T-26 spam. We could see every one of these Shermans getting just crap tons of T-26 kills. I mean, that was a meme sort of game. It's pretty funny. I thought it was hilarious. 150 did a lot of damage. You can't complain about those results. One of them did get in a whole bunch of times. This one, at least. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.